Welcome to StorixStories, where every narrative breathes with life. Dare to listen. This is StorixStories.
The caller who was already dead. A true radio horror story. In Malaysia some years ago, a major radio station made headlines, not because of a scandal, not because of a viral song, but because of a phone call. A phone call from someone who wasn't supposed to be alive. But if you ask around, you'll learn that this wasn't the first time. Back in the 90s, late-night radio DJs often opened the lines to listeners to share their paranormal experiences. Most were creepy, some were silly, but every once in a while, a story would come through that no one could forget. This was one of those stories. It started like any other late-night show. The DJ, cheerful as always, welcomed callers to share spooky stories. The mood was light, the atmosphere playful, until a soft male voice came through. "Hello, DJ," the man said quietly. I need to share what happened to me. I don't know who else to tell." The DJ encouraged him, thinking it was another campfire-style tale. He had no idea what he was about to hear. The caller explained that he had been driving one night along a highway with his wife, their infant child, and his elderly parents. Everyone in the car was asleep, and he was alone with his thoughts, fighting off drowsiness in the dark silence. That's when he saw it. A large truck coming from the opposite direction, but something was off. The truck only had one headlight, and it was coming fast. He swerved slightly, startled by how close it came. But then, just a few seconds later, another truck, the same truck, appeared again, heading toward him from the front. It passed, again. Then it happened again, and again. Each time, it was the same. A massive lorry, a single bright headlight, flying past his vehicle. No sound, no driver, no explanation. Confused and increasingly frightened, he gripped the steering wheel tighter. His mind raced, but before he could react further, a new light appeared, not ahead, but behind. He looked into the rearview mirror. The same truck, now chasing him, getting closer and closer. The engine of his car roared as he stepped on the gas, desperate to outrun whatever was behind him. His heart pounded. His hands were shaking. He didn't dare wake his family. He thought he could handle it. But as he approached the top of a hill, blinding headlights appeared in front of him. Once again, it was the truck. How was it now in front of him and behind him? He swerved hard to avoid a collision. Tires screeched, metal bent. Then came silence and weightlessness as the car tumbled off the road and into a deep ravine. At this point in the call, the man's voice cracked. He said he remembered the moment the car hit the bottom. He remembered trying to move, but his body wouldn't respond. He saw his wife, his child, his parents. None of them were moving. "I lost them all," he whispered. "They all died. I think I died too." The DJ paused. He laughed nervously, assuming it was a prank. "All right, man, good one. You really had me going there," he joked. But the caller didn't laugh. There was just one last sentence. "I'm still there, in that car, at the bottom of the ravine." Then, click. The call dropped. Still thinking it was a hoax, the DJ brushed it off and carried on with the show. But the next morning, everything changed. A news article broke. Tragic accident on North-South Expressway. Entire family dies in ravine crash. The photo showed the mangled car, the same stretch of highway, the same details the caller had described. 5 victims. One of them, a man, was believed to have died on impact. Shaken, the DJ rushed to the station archives to replay the recording of the call. He found the segment, but when he pressed play, there was only silence. Dead air. No voice, no story, nothing. The DJ left radio soon after. He refused to host night shows again. He told people it was just burnout, but his friends knew better. He never took calls after midnight again. And to this day, that recording has never been recovered. So next time you hear someone call in to a radio show in the middle of the night, listen closely. You might be hearing the voice of someone who never made it home.